The latest odds to make the 12-team college football playoff have officially been released. Where's the most value on the board? Who's overvalued? Who's underrated? Let's discuss. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications of when we go live and when we drop new video content, which is each and every single day. Also, guys, check out the podcast. It drops daily on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also check us out on social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your content. And, of course, guys, check out our website, SECUnfiltered.com, for all the latest from us. The following is brought to you by our friends over at RHOBACK. Guys, head over to RHOBACK.com. Use the promo code SECU at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase. Guys, you see I'm rocking the RHOBACK t-shirt right now. I've got the polos. I've got the pullovers. I've got the quarter zips, the hoodies. Guys, it's some of the most comfortable gear that I've ever worn. And I'm not just saying that, by the way. Yes, RHOBACK is a business partner. I get that. They've earned a customer for life in yours truly. I'm a big golfer. I love going to ball games, love going to tailgates. This is the perfect gear for all of that. Oh, by the way, shooting content, running errands, hanging around the house. Guys, it is some of the softest, best feeling gear you're ever going to wear. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about when you get it. And guys, you've probably at this point seen RHOBACK. They've partnered with all kinds of people, Jalen Milroe, Ed Orgeron, to name a few. They're all over the place, guys. Do not miss out on the RHOBACK wave. Head over to RHOBACK.com, promo code SECU. That's RHOBACK.com, promo code SECU, 20% off your entire order on your first purchase. And guys, don't tell RHOBACK I told you this, but you can use it multiple times if you just create a new account with a new email. You can keep getting 20% off. Why not? RHOBACK.com, promo code SECU at checkout, 20% off your first purchase. Guys, like I mentioned, the 12-team college football playoff odds, so odds to make the 12-team college football playoff, have been released by the folks over at Bet Online. I'm going to go through this entire list, and then we are going to focus on the SEC teams specifically that have odds, because I think there's some very intriguing numbers and there's a lot of value on this board. So these are all of the teams that were listed with odds to make the 12-team college football playoff. At the top, you've got Ohio State minus 1,000. No surprise there. Georgia minus 900. Oregon minus 500. Texas minus 500. Clemson and Florida State at minus 250. Kansas State at minus 200. Michigan and Utah at minus 110. Miami at plus 100. Ole Miss at plus 175. Arizona, Penn State, Tennessee, all at plus 200. Alabama and Louisville at plus 225. Kansas and LSU and Notre Dame at plus 250. NC State and Texas A&M, Southern Cal, all at plus 500. Missouri and Texas Tech at plus 550. Iowa at plus 700. Iowa State at plus 700. Okie State at plus 800. Auburn at plus 900. Oklahoma, Washington, both at plus 1,000. Nebraska at plus 1,600. Florida at plus 2,000. And Colorado plus 2,200. Now, we're going to talk specifically about the SEC odds. Where I first go is this. There are some of these picks that are no-brainers, and I think there's a lot of value. Some of these numbers jump off the page. First, the no-brainers, guys. Georgia and Texas. Like, to me, those are shoe-ins. And unless you've just got tons of money to throw around, I mean, because it's going to hit. Like, Georgia in the playoff is a guarantee. That's why it's minus 900, right? Georgia's going to the playoff. So, for anybody who's not a gambler out there, you got to bet $900 on Georgia just to win $100 because there's not a lot of risk involved. They're going to make the 12-team college football playoff. So I'd probably stay away from odds like that. But if you want to do it, it's a no-brainer at minus 900. Georgia's getting in. Texas minus 500. I think same thing. I know there's some folks out there that are skeptical saying, oh, Texas is going to get humbled. They're going to meet the SEC grind. I think there's going to be a lot of other SEC teams, guys, that get humbled by when they play Texas because I think Texas is for real. I think Texas is legit with Quinn Ewers coming back with what they did in the portal. I think Texas is damn near a lock for the college football playoff. On the other end of the spectrum, guys, the fact that Florida has odds here blows my mind. I would have rather given Kentucky odds. I would have rather given Arkansas odds. Heck, give South Carolina odds. Florida at plus 2,000. If you just want to throw away some money, by all means, go ahead. Take Florida. $10 will win you 200 on it. Why not? I guess what do you have to lose? But if you want to do that, guys, I'll give you my Venmo. I'll give you my PayPal. I'll give you my Cash App, whatever. Just send us the money. Hey, make a donation to SECU because that's what you're doing with your money. You're flushing it down the toilet. I'll do much more constructive things with however much money you're betting on Florida than whatever the hell you're doing with it betting on the Gators. That's for sure. As you look at the value plays, guys, going down the list here, Ole Miss plus 175. Guys, if Ole Miss does not win double-digit games this season, it is a massive failure. Now, could this thing blow up and the pieces not mesh? I mean, maybe so, guys, but typically in college football, the most talented teams get there. And Ole Miss, they've got one of the most talented teams in college football. Like, there's no denying that. I love Ole Miss plus 175. I love Tennessee plus 200. Guys, I've mentioned it many times, and one day I'll be able to pronounce his name correctly. Nico Liaba. I'm probably messing it up again. It's okay. Either way. I don't know why I cannot say it correctly, because I've always said Nico Liaba. That's not how you say it, though. Nico, Josh Heupel, what Tennessee returns in their front seven. I love the Vols to get to the playoff, even if it's at 9-3. I think Tennessee's right on that edge at 9-3, 10-2. I love Tennessee plus 200 to get to the college football playoff. I think Nico's going to be the real deal. I think he's going to be legit, and I would not be surprised to see them there. I think that's a great value bet. How about Alabama plus 225, guys? How about Bama having less of odds to get there than the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ole Miss Rebels? How about that? Does Kalen DeBoer and company get to the college football playoff in year one of his tenure? I think if they get there, I mean, it's a hell of a job. It's a hell of a job by Kalen DeBoer. Now, guys, here's the thing that will make me feel confident in this play. Like I mentioned, the best teams still get there. Alabama right now, they are still, even after all the madness, Alabama is third in the country in blue chip ratio. Like, they've still got one of the best teams in college football, guys. They've still got one of the best, most talented teams, I should say. Most talented teams. Are they one of the best? We'll see. But most talented, they've got the talent. And so Kalen DeBoer has a more talented group of individuals to work with than he's ever had in his entire career. Plus 225, not a bad play. LSU at plus 250. I'm skeptical of, I'm not skeptical of LSU this season in the sense that I think they're going to fall off a cliff and win 7 games. I just need to see, what are we going to get on the defensive side? I just don't know. The defense is going to be better. It cannot be worse. How much better is it? Because I think it's got to take a step forward, guys, because as good as Garrett Nussmeier looked in the bowl game, he's not Jaden Daniels. And that's okay. He doesn't have to be. But when you lose a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback and you lose Malik Neighbors, it's essentially impossible not to have some sort of regression. It's essentially impossible for there to not be some sort of step back. And so I think the defense is going to have to carry their weight more so, because I don't think it's going to be a situation where you can be that bad on defense again and Jaden Daniels will bail you out. So LSU plus 250. I'm not saying it's a bad bet, but tread carefully, because I don't know that this LSU team is even capable of getting to 10 wins. I think 9-3 might be the ceiling for LSU this year. But 9-3 very well might get them in. I take it this, guys. I wouldn't bet it, But Texas A&M plus 500 is very interesting. I'm not going to allow myself to overhype Texas A&M and oversell Texas A&M. Like, let's give Mike Elko a chance to be doubted and prove doubters wrong. Let's give him a chance. Like, and this is sort of a side note. We can do a separate video on this. I think what's crazy is seeing all these people that are going to put crazy expectations on A&M yet again. Let Elko coach a game. Let them be doubted. Let Texas A&M prove they deserve hype. They deserve a bet thrown on them. They deserve any sort of credit because they've done nothing to deserve it at all. Now, that being said, A&M's got talent. Elko's got a proven track record. I'm not saying it's impossible. And oh, by the way, Texas A&M has one of the more favorable SEC schedules. Does that mean they're going to be a college football playoff team? I don't know about that. But it is an interesting play. I wouldn't touch it, though. Guys, how about Missouri plus 550? You talk about a program that stays getting disrespected. Missouri, a team that won 11 games last year, beat Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. I don't care who they had playing and not. Beat Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, plus 550. I mean, I'd hammer it. I'd absolutely hammer Missouri plus 550. I would hammer it. You look at the schedule, guys. I mean, it sets up as well as any SEC teams out there, any college football playoff contenders out there, right? There's a chance Mizzou is undefeated going to November, guys. There's a chance at minimum they're 7-0 going into Alabama to end the month of October. That sets up pretty well. You look at most of their tough games are in Como. Got to go to Tuscaloosa, but a lot of the tougher games are in Como. I just think after winning 11 games, I know that, I think the biggest reason you're seeing this is I don't think folks are sold on the fact that, hey, was last year a flash in the pan? Was it a one-off? Is Mizzou going to revert back to being Mizzou? But at some point, you got to put respect on Eli Drinkwitz and the Tigers. Plus 550, I think a great bet, guys. Auburn plus 900, I think, is a long shot, guys. I mean, I think an 8-4 season would be a great season, a step in the right direction. I don't know if they're capable of more than that. Especially, guys, here's the problem. Peyton Thorne at quarterback. If they had picked up some big-time quarterback, I'd love it. Be all over Auburn. Auburn is not getting to a college ball playoff with Peyton Thorne at quarterback. That's just silly. How about Oklahoma at plus 1,000? Saw a lot of OU fans on the timeline on social media. They love this number. They think it's damn near a lock. Oklahoma is going to go 9-3, 10-2, 11-1, and get to the playoff. Over under win total at 6.5 in Vegas. It is certainly a long shot. Plus 1,000. I think more than likely OU is going to get humbled a little bit in the SEC. I'm not saying they're going to go 5-7 or anything crazy, but I would not touch that. Of the last three, Auburn 900, Oklahoma 1,000, Florida plus 2,000. I wouldn't touch any of these. Super long shot odds. Most likely of the three, guys, I'd probably go Auburn. I mean, honestly, I'd probably go Auburn because of the Hugh Freeze factor. Because I've seen Hugh Freeze win big games in the SEC. Dude, Oklahoma year one, do we really think the Sooners are going to take the SEC by storm and win double-digit games? I just don't know. Oklahoma does have the upside at quarterback, though, with Jackson Arnold, but new quarterback, new offensive line coming into the SEC, not typically a recipe for success. So of those three, I'd probably lean Auburn. But Ole Miss plus 175, Tennessee plus 200, Missouri plus 550. Love those three bets. And, of course, that goes along with Georgia minus 900, Texas minus 500 if you just want to throw out some money. So I'm curious, guys. Get your take. Leave it in the comments. Let us know. Who are your favorites to go and make, just to make it, not win it, just to make the 12-team college football playoff? Are there any we're sleeping on? Are there any picks you agree with, disagree with? Let us know in the comments below. Who's in? Who's making the 12-team college football playoff this fall? Guys, it's going to do it all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications of when we go live and when we drop new video content, which is each and every single day. Also, guys, check out the podcast, which drops daily on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your content. And, of course, guys, check out our website, SECUnfiltered.com, for all the latest from us. Until next time, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in, and we'll catch you on the other side.